That's what I kept telling them. You gotta fake it. You gotta fake
No,
it.
not no.
Who's
Well,
them?
Well, fake it
The
till
hell
you
we-
make it.
no, but actually, it's not faking it. It's
No,
more.
you don't fake it.
It's more kicking yourself and you faking your own self
Yeah.
to I feel like shit, but I can't show it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fake it
Whatever
till
you
you make it.
vocalize has to be positive.
Fake it till you make it.
That's how it changes.
Fake it till you make it.
Sure, Mike.
That's why it's so important to start the day off on the right foot without the media, the
Mm-hmm.
negativity. That's why I tend to just want to listen to stuff that's positive, motivational. I want to read biographies it's uplifting, it's motivating.
So you don't watch CNN or
No, never, ever.
What do you have to gain? Seriously.
Oh well, you have to gain to. I think it's still important to know.
But someone's
Why?
gonna tell me during the day though.
There's a difference between knowing and letting that stuff affect you.
Automatically, if you start looking at news,
No.
there's no positive way this is gonna impact you.
Someone's gonna tell you
None.
too, Jeff.
No, and
Gabriel's
no.
gonna tell you.
No.
He's on his phone. No, but it's true.
keep myself informed. I keep myself informed so I can know, and I know about almost everything. I just keep myself informed. There's a difference between consuming the thing and just picking and choosing whatever you need for your.
Yeah, but I think you need a special talent to be able to.
I know I'm talented.
You are.
That's why I don't get affected. That's why I'm positive all the time.
Notice. Oh my God, my mic is not even on. I just realized it's not even on the camera.
What?
Mike's not working.
So keep
Oh.
keep going. I'm gonna plug it in. But notice when Gabriel actually he's on his phone in between breaks or whatever. You're reading the news. Often you'll say to me, "Oh,
Have you seen this?
There's a catastrophe in south of Brazil."
Yeah, they
or
pop on Apple News, man.
what?
They pop on Apple News.
You should
This what?
dismantle the notification.
Dismantle.
Will Smith,
Deactivate.
Will Smith
Thank
got
you.
divorced.
I was going to have to change the camera. I'm like, this is not the best. So, Jeff, Etienne wanted to go all scientific today and all.
You wanted to discuss
profound.
the law of Newton.
The law of inertia, Jeffrey.
I don't
Since
know
you're
the
the
law.
most intellectual here.
Am I?
Yes. Well, that's what you say. So,
Well, it's
I gave it
actually
to you.
it involves aerodynamics. It's
I'm happy you took the time to research and to actually come up with valuable content for that. I only
Thank you.
posted it this morning at 6:30 or 5 a.m.
it was 8 a.m.
Well, there you go. So that's almost
You see how dramatic he becomes.
that's
huh?
almost 12 hours to have time to review it. Yet no one looks at it before
8 hours.
okay.
I'm gonna be on your case, man. Numbers wise. Yeah. Law of inertia, guys. What does it mean in business? I think that's what you wanted to get at, right? So when the basic definition that I
Can you read
understand,
the definition?
No,
please?
well, the basic one is what is it? What rest stays rested and what moves keeps moving, right?
It's
In my
an
own word,
object. An object at rest remains at rest. An object in motion remains in motion at constant speed and in a straight line unless acted upon by an unbalanced force.
So what can be an unbalanced force?
No,
in
I
business?
yeah,
No,
well,
before
no, no,
that,
but wait,
there's
wait,
so
wait.
many things before that.
So
I like
last
to jump
week or Monday or whenever it was, I'm losing
Yes.
track of time here.
Someone is tired.
Yes, but so what happened is you were saying we were arguing. I think it was
Yes.
last Friday actually. Now it's coming back
Maybe.
to me. You were saying that you cannot, that you can actually stay with the inertia or the momentum or the flywheel effect, even if you take weekends off
Mm.
and you come back on Monday. You cannot because it's a law of physics. It's the first law.
But I didn't
It's
disagree
the
about
first
this.
law. You disagreed. So my point was that. My point. Now I'm putting it
Sure.
into a scientific approach.
Sure.
My point was if we maintained and if we kept on going, but because during the week we start Monday,
Mhm.
Tuesday, it takes us about till Thursday. And when I say us, I'm just being diplomatic here. I'm saying some people until Thursday to get to the full cruising speed and altitude and rhythm. And then we go Friday, we start going back down. Saturday, Sunday, completely on the ground. Then we got to go back up, fuel up
Right.
slowly. So if we maintain the trajectory, the speed, the altitude, we would have that momentum on our side.
Mhm.
So we could build bigger things and get ahead and move forward. That's what the greats of business understand. I don't know if they understand it, but they apply it.
That's
So
what
I
fine.
found this definition. Well, I found it. I wanted to use the definition to clarify what I was trying to say. Now, no one can disagree with me because it's Isaac Newton who, and it's physics. That's why I wanted to talk about that today. But so it applies to everything. It applies to business. It applies to your relationships. It applies to your health. It applies to, look at exercising.
Mhm.
It's the greatest way. I think everybody understands because they feel it, right?
Yes,
It's easier
I
to
agree.
understand if you feel it. If you work out, if you're in motion, if you work out every day, you feel fantastic. And it's hard to actually stop. But to get going, it takes you how long to get into that momentum, into that routine, into that habit? It takes a long time because it takes a lot of energy to get to that.
It does.
That was my point.
So from the math that you're saying is that it's going to take, you could be 5 times more productive if you don't go back down with the plane. Because if you're saying basically you only have Thursday that's very productive, the rest of the days you're taking off, and Friday you're trying to chill.
So you're trying to say you should work 7 days a week?
No, of course. that's what
I'm no,
saying.
no, 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 no. I'm not
That's not what I'm
saying
saying.
that. I'm saying if we wanted to accelerate, speed up
Yep.
our attainment of our goal as a group, it would certainly facilitate quite drastically, to substantially, because every Monday we gotta start and back up and burn all that fuel and energy to get back to cruising altitude, which I think we only get to on Wednesday, Thursday. We're in the flow of things, if I may use
Mhm.
that terminology. And then we land on Friday. It's Friday afternoon. You don't agree with me, Mike?
Yeah.
No, don't agree to agree. I'm saying
no,
when you
I,
ponder and reflect on what I just said, doesn't it make sense?
Of course, that if you're into the zone, but I think that you can get into a zone depending on the day. I mean, some days you'll be more in the zone than other days might be a little bit different.
I'm not talking about the zone. I'm talking about on Monday we have to do what? We have to talk again about everything.
Recap.
Who are the people we met? What are because we forget everything because of the weekend. We have that we landed the plane.
Yeah, but
Jeff,
don't
what do
you
you
think?
what do you think?
Don't you think that it's feasible? I think it's feasible as a because again, it comes to if you acknowledge the concept of weekend as an entrepreneur, but if there's no weekend as an entrepreneur,
It's not about the weekend, non-weekend. It's about the
No,
focus.
but this is what-
Where
this-
is our
this-
focus?
this is
on?
what I mean.
Our
It's-
focus gets sidetracked on other things on the weekend, and that's what I'm saying. So our focus gets during the week. We build our focus towards the goal and to
Yep.
the certain things we have to do in our business. Then the weekend arrives. We put that goal. Our focus falls down the toilet, and then we have another priority. Other focuses on
Mhm.
other things. Then Monday comes. We got to realign again, get the whole team. It's a big thing to move everybody back to that focus. And the focus only gets, what I'm saying is by Wednesday or Thursday, we're all realigned and all re-energized on the focus. Then we stop. That's why I say
but
it's not
based on-
impossible
based-
to have
be-
certain success, obviously, without that, because then there's only a 1%, if even,
Yeah.
that could keep the focus on something long enough to have that inertia or that momentum. I think I can. I know I can because that's what I do. I think Steve Jobs was like that. I think Jeff Bezos was like that. I don't know them, but from my reading,
yeah,
from
for
my
your
Bill
assessment.
Gates was like that. Howard Schultz is like Bob Iger from Disney, Tim Cook. I know Sam Walton, Ray Kroc. They have that way of to be obsessed and to stay focused on something, and that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's all he's saying. He's
Not saying you got to do anything different. I'm saying if you want to
he is
understand,
saying that you see yourself as these people in the way that they can be obsessed into obtaining their goal.
I can stay focused on something for a long period of time. And that's what I think is a great trait in business if you have the desire or the ambition to attain major substantial goals. That's all I'm saying. So sometimes when we discuss, and that's why I want to share it with you because I care about you guys, is that our goals, no, I'm serious. Our goals as Gabriel is not even paying attention to what I'm saying.
No.
Our goal
He's just texting.
is big, it's huge, but we all have to understand what I just said, or else we'll never get it. Like I don't want to lie to myself, and I don't want you guys to lie to yourself either. It ain't gonna happen if we don't accept inertia, in the law of an object in motion. That's all I'm saying.
That's all he's saying.
Comments, feedback, come on.
I disagree.
Of course you do,
Why do I disagree?
Why?
because you don't want to accept it.
No, but
People don't want to accept.
See, this. No, don't. No, because that's the
Etienne
reflex
knows
of.
me better than I know myself. He'll answer for me.
I know, but if you disagree, stand on it and share
No, I
why.
prefer it this way, where
No,
he
but
dictates why.
No, there's a reflex of deferring, and this is something that I was trying to say yesterday. We have a reflex.
What do you mean by differ?
Well, just right here, you had an opinion, and right away you turn around to kind of seek either the reaction or the half approval of whatever he thinks based on what you.
Well, I knew I wouldn't get his approval if I'm saying the complete opposite. So that was pretty clear.
But who cares about approval?
Oh, there you go.
How do you?
I
feel?
know. That's what I'm saying.
Feelings. I call.
If you disagree, share why. That's my point.
Yeah.
He's not sharing.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Well,
sure.
that's
He asked for an opinion that was disruptive. I wanted to give him one.
No.
No, no,
You
don't
have
be
to be all
destructive.
diplomatic. Press yourself, Gabriel. It's an open room here.
no,
Jeff
because
doesn't-
well, I think what you should do is to say really what you think, because I'm sure you're not the only one that thinks that whatever you're thinking. So
Yeah.
it's good because whoever's watching or listening is going to actually feel and sense that I feel that same way. I disagree with what he says because of what?
No, I actually agree. I was kidding around. But what I believe that it's
Can't be that everybody's agreeing with me here. It's
I
impossible.
believe in the concept of momentum, big mo, right, as they call it. For me, it has a huge impact. Just having been a broker, having had the type of year I got and so on.
Yeah.
And just when you get on the roll on these things, these happen because, as you guys know, I was doing the 80 hours. I was doing the 7 days a week. I was not stopping, as Etienne doesn't seem to believe, but my numbers don't
But
lie.
what do you say was?
Well, because now I entered management, so it's not at all the same type of schedule that can be applied.
Why?
As a broker, which is our main.
But why?
What do you mean?
His point is that it
should be.
should be. That's his point.
No, it can be. I'm saying my practical example, because now basically it's going to be more of a 6 days or 5 days or 6 days and so on. There's no constant 7 days nonstop 18 hours a day. That's just not the
No,
type of schedule any of us have right now. Am I wrong? We're working hard, but we're not doing 7 days, 12, 15 hours a day. Am I wrong?
Well, you guys do sleep. I still
Wow,
work.
Jeffrey,
I
come
still
on,
work at 2 in
with
the
your
morning.
72-hour
Yeah, but wait, you guys
come
are
on.
talking about being up all night
No,
or
that's not what I'm
up all day, but it doesn't mean that we're actually moving forward. Like a lot of people want to get up early just to get up early. Like
Yeah.
I said this before, I just don't get it. Like I meet people that are like, oh, I get up at 3, I get up
Yeah.
at 4. Yeah, but what the hell do you accomplish during the day? The point of getting up, the why I'm getting up early is to accomplish more, not
Of
to
course.
just say I'm getting up early. What's the
Well, I know I'm accomplishing whatever I want to accomplish. So, sure, you can
yeah,
say
but
whatever
I'm
you want.
saying I'm not talking about you specifically
I know,
or
but-
anybody. I'm
no, but
saying
here
as
we're-
a core unit,
Yeah, yeah.
we our objectives, what we say we want as an objective,
Yep.
to get quicker to that objective. That's we all have to contribute to that. We all have to think that way. We all have to accept that that's what's gonna. If we set the bar lower, then we don't need to do any of this stuff.
That's true.
I just think that there's this lie that most people tell themselves about well, I work hard, I get up early, I do this. Are we moving forward? The end result is what counts here. So if you could do it in an hour, great. But for our goal, require substantially more involvement, focus, dedication. If we want as a group to do this, what do you think? You're not talking much here.
Proof is in the pudding.
Oh my God.
The man with many words.
Damn pudding.
I agree.
No, but it's not about agreeing.
I
man.
agree. I agree in the fact of momentum. That's for sure. It's just like any sports teams, because I like to watch sports teams, so I always use them as an example. But when teams start to win 1, 2, 3 games in a row, they get on a roll where they're used to winning, they're used to doing good and whatever. And it's, as soon as they get like a break, a Christmas break or something like that, then usually when they come back, it's a little bit harder. They're a little bit, colder on the court or on the ice before they get things going again.
So how do you apply
Yeah,
that,
but
Mike?
then again, but to your example, the team, they don't always win.
No, they don't.
And they
But
can be always be but they don't always win. It's not sustainable.
I
to
agree,
always
but what
win.
I'm saying is that but I mean, you could get short spurts where everything is like
Yeah.
going good, and then you're on that momentum. But is that momentum infinite? I don't
No.
know about that. And when we look at the law of Newton, we're talking about something that moves in space. I mean,
No, Mike,
what?
it doesn't say that.
Okay, well, listen.
Read the
Okay, so
definition.
if you take, let me see. An
No,
object
Mike.
in motion. Wait. An object in motion remains in motion, right?
Yeah.
Do we agree?
Yes.
But there's also the law of gravity, which means that at some point,
Okay, let's not go into
No,
physics,
no, what I'm
physics here.
at some point, you know what I mean? Like,
What's the flywheel effect, Ben? We don't want to talk about what's flywheel. What is a flywheel
in a car?
in anything? What's a flywheel used? What's the purpose of a flywheel?
Well, everybody's
See, I
thinking of
think
that.
about these things. I ponder and reflect, and that's what I mean about the focus.
So we have a question that came in, or a comment actually that came in from Maria, and I want to see your thoughts on that. So she's saying that it's easy to stay in motion when you're a material thing that doesn't breathe, doesn't have emotions. That's why the definition is about an object and not a human being.
No, but this applies to anything. We're built of things. We're molecules.
Yeah, but you're only thinking in consideration
Actually, guys,
certain variables.
this
that's
thing-
that's what
yeah,
Maria is
but
saying.
no, but this,
But that's the fact.
this,
because
what is this?
why
Is this a
why do you
moving
think
thing?
why
Is
do
this
you
a
think
moving
there's
thing?
only that
Tell me.
0.5%?
I guess it's a lack of education from the group here. What is this thing
You're
here?
insulting your own wife.
No. I'm talking to you guys. What is this? Is this a moving thing? Are these moving particles that holds this cup together?
It definitely has a vibration.
No, it's all moving things. If
No,
you
it's
go into
moving.
the atomic size of it's
The reason why
everything
it's
is
holding is
vibration.
because there's
everything's
movement.
moving.
Everything
Everything's
has a
moving.
vibration. In fact, the
Everything is
earth
emotion.
moves. It turns.
Everything's an emotion.
It turns. The earth turns. So we all
Thanks, Mike.
turning. We're all turning.
Guys, when I walked into the office earlier, and 5-10 minutes ago or whatever it was, Gabriel and Mike, you guys were in this posture here. Let me demonstrate.
Right.
You were not in a.
That's what I did.
That's how you were sitting. You were not moving towards our goal. That
Unbelievable.
cannot be.
I will say you were.
That posture is not a posture of someone that's building or moving. Jeff, on the other hand, if I may compliment, when I got to his, he's sitting straight, not crouched, straight at his computer, going at it and moving. That's an object in movement, and you guys were objects at rest. So I'm saying there's more rest than movement. And well, what the? I think this is an important conversation we're having right now. Can someone criticize me? Can you find a fault or something that wait.
God.
Wait. Let me clarify. So that it's educational and not just emotional. Clarify something.
Be emotional.
Don't let it be emotional. Let it be about productivity. Let it be about us attaining our goal. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Let's talk. If we feel that I'm the only one that always tries to improve, how could I improve myself then? That should be a topic. We could talk about it now, or we could keep it for another day.
We have 30 seconds. So,
Because we need to go back to rest.
that's right.
No, man. What time is it? We got time.
No, we don't have time. The cameras dictate how much time
We
have.
have maybe. Is that true?
Yes.
We're already at 30 minutes.
No, not yet, but it's about to shut down.
In 10 minutes, it's
you
about
can
to
talk.
That's it?
3 minutes.
It's not been half an hour.
There you go.
So Maria is calling you an extremist.
Okay.
That
So
should be the
Maria
first
was
comment.
what? Pardon me?
She's calling you an extremist.
I am an extremist.
he
It's
is an
clear that I
think
am.
She means it more as a complaint, though.
No, it's a compliment.
She
My
just
my
said
wife
things that I have
loves
to
me.
change.
No, man. It's
it's not
How can I
easy
say?
for everybody to listen to because it rattles and shakes their beliefs, and that's okay. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat or lie or say yes, you could become Microsoft with weekends off, and it's just not gonna happen. I don't know anyone that
True.
built that kind of operation. So if
Yeah, but at the same time,
So
there's
how do we
only-
apply it
Yeah,
to-
but at the same time, there's only 0.2% of people that actually manage to create a Microsoft.
That's right. But if we bring it down to broker size,
So you can work as much as you want. You can do the
Brokers-
momentum and work 7 days a week. Excuse me, you're not going to become a Bill Gates just because I'm working 7 days a week.
these
for
are
5
extreme
years
examples to make a point.
nonstop.
But the brokers out there, you know who you are, those top performers. I know you all. You know me. You tell me you don't work 7 days a week for months on end, if not years, to achieve the level of success you have. I want
agree.
those top brokers to write to me, say, no, I work 3 days a week, and there's no way in hell I'm gonna bet a lot of money on that. There's not one that's gonna say, yeah, I take my weekends, I take my this. Maybe with the inertia, the momentum, after 20 years or 10 years or 15 years, maybe you can afford to do that. Now, why? Because you're at
Well, 'cause you
altitude
build-
speed.
Yeah, that's it.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, and they're looking at each other.
They want to go back to the rest mode.
Thank
The
you all
body
for
at rest.
watching.
Thank you for watching.
We're gonna close on that note, everybody. We're running out of time. Etienne stole the show as usual, but it's all good. It's all good.
Wait. Don't close.
Oh,
I didn't steal the show. I was ready for the topic. You, Contrary, and Mike, and even maybe Jeff, I don't know. I didn't get to talk to you. Well, yeah, actually, you didn't read that thing I posted at 8:00. You
What are
didn't
you
prepare.
saying?
You didn't. What?
What are you saying?
You didn't know what the topic was before we actually
What
started.
are you
the
saying?
camera.
We talked about it.
You came to
But-
me just before and you said, "What's the topic?" And I said, "Well, I posted it." Do you
Yeah,
remember?
we talked about that around lunchtime. Lunchtime. when
So did you think of the content that you were going to create? How does it going to affect?
We
No,
were
no
trying
one
to
did.
find a. We were trying.
that's
to
why
find
it's
a
Etienne
time-
Don't-
stealing
don't
the
you-
show.
Don't you recall?
He's
don't
not
you-
stealing
wait a
the
second,
show.
Don't you
He's just better
but
prepared.
Don't you recall? I said what kind of word can we use? And I said keep it moving. You don't remember that?
That was at what time?
That was like 1:00.
And so you had from 1:00. Then it's even worse. You had 3 hours
Yeah,
to
but-
actually come up with.
You talk about coming up with topics. We're coming up with subject or content regarding this topic. What more do you want me to say, or do you want us to say regarding that? There's not more to say. Technically, in 4 minutes, you could have done the message. All you did is say the same message.
So
in
maybe it's a lack of understanding about the topic. So I need to clarify that for the next time.
Sure.
we are actually running out of time. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one.